We have found archives of some of the most intense commercials that have ever run on American television, and we're going to show them to you. I'm Randall Terry. This is Voice of Resistance. I hope that you will stay with me through this whole episode. Some of it's going to be hard. Some of you are going to find it shocking. This is reality, and this is what you and I can do to defend children, to speak the truth about Islam, to speak the truth about socialism. You're going to see ads from several people who ran for office at different points in the last 10 years, who put their name on the screen, their face on the screen, and they were seen by hundreds of thousands. In some cases, they were seen by millions of people. And them being seen isn't the issue. It's the message. The message was heard. You and I both know that Google, Amazon, Facebook, these massive conglomerates that are now controlling so much of the internet and so much of information, not to mention MSNBC, CNN, just God haters in the press. They're choking out the flow of information. But in a federal campaign, you can run an ad and you can say whatever you want, and it cannot be stopped. It cannot be censored. They cannot tell you no. So let's jump right in. All right. We are not one-dimensional people. Most people know me as a pro-life leader, family advocate, fighting against Islam, but I believe very strongly in the Second Amendment. Socialism and Marxism are from the pit of hell. So one of the ads that I did way back in 1998 was about socialism. So the first 30-second clip you see, just to see that we're well-rounded people over here, this is over 20 years old, and it was when I was running for the U.S. House in upstate New York. It takes a thief.
There you go, man. Let me help you with one of these.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Sir! Help! I'm being robbed!
Relax. I'm your congressman, and true compassion is how much of your money I can give away. Here you go, buddy. And listen, don't forget to vote for me in November.
When Maury says she takes your money through taxes and then gives it away to other people, that's not true compassion. I'll fight to lower taxes, reduce government spending, so that you can do with your money as you see fit.
Well, there you have it. We did a whole series of economic ads because everyone knew me as Mr. Pro-Life, and I wanted to show them that I had something else to offer besides my pro-life credentials. All right, next. This one is really rough, but I just wanted to show it to you. We could not find an original. This ad aired in Florida, and if my memory is correct, West Virginia, but for sure in Florida. And we went after Samuel L. Jackson, showing that he was a supporter of Planned Parenthood and black genocide. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is very unstable because we couldn't find the original, and someone shot it with their camera while it played on television. So here you go.
Samuel L. Jackson endorsed Obama in Wake the Up. He loves Planned Parenthood, whose founder, Margaret Sanger, said that blacks were human weeds. She wanted to abort black babies and sterilize black men and women. Only 12% of our population is black, but over 30% of babies murdered are. That's black genocide. He's carrying water for racists. Mr. Jackson needs to wake up and smell the burning crosses. Don't vote for Obama. He'll just sell you out. I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message.
Samuel L. Jackson and his attorney were so livid, they contacted every television station that was running it and threatened to sue them. And guess what the TV stations did? Nothing. They had to run the ads. They were required by law to run the ads. And that's what happened. All right, finally in this segment, let's take a look at an ad that I shot to go specifically after Catholics. We had commercials that were specifically geared towards evangelicals. We ran this ad in areas where we knew that there was a heavy Catholic population that was betraying Jesus and betraying the babies with their vote by voting for Obama. Here it is. Catholic voters, listen closely. John Paul II told us plainly, abortion is murder. He also told us we must never formally cooperate with the evil of abortion. And he warned us that we must never promote the killing of babies by abortion with our vote. Catholic voter, did you vote for Obama in 2008? If we did, and we knew that he supported the murder of babies, then we violated church teaching. We cooperated with the evil of child killing. With our vote, we have sinned by betraying innocent blood. Now is our chance for reparation, to make things right. We must never vote for Obama again. Go to my website and click on the Catholic link to learn more. Become a part of this team to defeat Obama and make it a crime to murder babies. I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message. I know, it's heavy stuff, but friends, we said it. People heard it. We were seen by millions of people. And when we come back, when I say we, in the next segment, I'm going to play ads from other men and women who ran for office so that their voice could be heard and the truth could be declared through the airwaves, uncensored, unstopped, unhindered. And you might be able to do this, or you might know someone who wants to in the upcoming 2020 election cycle. Don't go away. We've got some great ads. We're going to start with Angela when we get back. Introducing Roxy Guitar. If you're a guitar or bass player, whether you play acoustic or electric, check out Roxy Guitar. I've been playing for over 40 years and seen guitar stores all over America. I've never seen a store like Roxy Guitar. Roxy Guitar has over 700 guitars in stock, over 1,500 pedals, over 200 amps. For the beginner or price-conscious buyer, there's Michael Kelly guitars. For the serious player or professional, Roxy Guitar has the finest selection of guitar lines I've ever seen. You know I love Warrior guitars. Roxy Guitar has over 100 Warriors in stock. They have Heritage, G&L, Gretsch, John Sears, BC Rich, Duesenberg, Dean, legendary guitars at great prices, including pre-owned Gibsons, Fenders, and more. Let them know you heard about Roxy Guitar from Randall Terry and receive 10% or more off your purchase on select items. Go to roxyguitar.com. Back in 2011 and 2012, there were a lot of people out there who wanted to have their voice be heard. And I was fortunate enough to find them and to help them. And we put together a team of men and women who ran for office in various parts of the country. People I'd never even met before, people in Nevada, people in California. We raised money, they raised money, we ran ads, and they got votes. But most important, their voices were heard, and they saved babies. The commercial you're about to see was run by a longtime friend, Angela Michael, and she knows of 2 different girls who had abortions scheduled to kill their baby and called her and changed their mind. One of those girls was watching the Super Bowl. So the ad that you're about to see ran during the Super Bowl in Angela Michael's congressional district. Saved a baby. Millions of people saw the ad. Here it is.
America treats children like garbage. Whether toddlers like Kaylee Anthony or babies murdered by abortion, children end up in dumpsters. We have become a savage nation. And if you vote for candidates who support abortion, you have blood on your hands. We must protect babies with our vote, not just worry about our pocketbooks. We must elect candidates who will make child killing illegal. I'm Angela Michael, and I approve this message.
Yeah, it's hard-hitting. It's the truth. And this next commercial I'm going to show you, and thank you, Angela, if you're watching this. God bless you. The next commercial is funny because this is an old friend of mine. I've been knowing George for 35 years. He's a biker. He's an edgy man. He's rough. And he wanted to run for office. This ad ran in Iowa. And I'm laughing because when you see the end, you're going to laugh out loud. But George has got guts. Got a huge tattoo on his arm, says Insurrectinex, which is Latin for revolution against the slaughter of human beings. George Crail, he ran for office. His ad ran. Here it is. Slavery, child labor, segregation. These images are burned in our memories so we can say never again. But it is happening again. A Holocaust in America. The slaughter of babies by abortion. This is murder.
and President Obama perpetuates this massacre. Open your eyes, don't harden your heart. We must make child killing illegal.
I'm George Crail. I do approve of this message.
God bless you, George. God bless you, George. We need more people like him. I'm showing you that because you think, oh, I could never do that. I'm tough. I'm rough. I don't look good on camera. Excuse me? Look at George. He's a tough guy, and he did it. All right, the next commercial we want to show you is by the late Norma McCorvey. Norma was the Jane Roe of Roe versus Wade. She was a personal friend of mine. When I was running for president, she came up to West Virginia and shot this ad, which aired on television stations all over the country and did run in a couple of spots during the Super Bowl, in a couple of cities during the Super Bowl. And this is graphic, so this is a warning, but here it is, the Norma McCorvey ad.
I'm Norma McCorvey, the former Jane Roe of the Roe versus Wade decision that brought legal child killing to America. I was persuaded by feminist attorneys to lie, to say that I'd been raped and I needed an abortion. It was all a lie. Since then, over 50 million babies have been murdered. I will take this burden to my grave. Please don't follow my mistakes. Do not vote for Barack Obama. He murders babies.
I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message. There you have it. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. Finally, this commercial is about Islam. I ran this in, I believe, Iowa and West Virginia. We ended up showing these commercials, either mine or the candidates that were running, in 39 different states. They touched in 39 states. I don't have time on this program to run all the ads and to show all the candidates, but this is an ad that was specifically about Islam and Obama's unholy alliance with a religion that is committed to extinguishing or enslaving Christianity. Here it is. Once upon a time, there was a bad president named Obama. While Christians were beaten and tortured and killed in Muslim lands that have Sharia law, he pretended Islam was a peaceful religion and that those nations were friends against terrorism, even while they terrorized boys and girls in their own country. This bad president forced us to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, who gave our money to Islamic terrorists to kill Jews and American soldiers and civilians. We had a lot of oil, but I guess Obama loved fish and polar bears more than people. When will we wake up from this nightmare? Wake up! We've got to stop calling nations friends who oppress people under Sharia law. We've got to stop funding terrorism at our gas pumps. And we've got to get this man out of office. I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message. Alrighty, again, they couldn't stop these ads because we were federal candidates, and these are critical voter issues. People want to vote about these issues. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, another Super Bowl ad that we ran, and 3 more people who ran for office and their ads. Don't go away.
I also want to speak tonight directly to Muslims throughout the world. We respect your faith. Its teachings are good and peaceful. And those who commit evil in the name of Allah blaspheme the name of Allah.
We have reaffirmed again and again that the United States is not and never will be at war with Islam. Islam teaches peace.
Islam is a religion of peace. They are not Muslims. They are monsters.
We've been told that Muslim terrorists have hijacked the peaceful religion of Islam. But Islamic art and literature tell a very different story. To know the truth, we only have to study the narrative of the founder of Islam, Muhammad, in his own words. One of the agendas that I had in the 2012 election was to run ads during the Super Bowl. The single largest television event in America every year is the Super Bowl. And if you are a federal candidate and you are running for office and it's inside of the 45-day window for an election, you are legally allowed to run an ad in the Super Bowl, as long as you pay for it. I mean, you have to pay for it. You have to pay full price. Some of these ads were very expensive. The ad I'm about to show you was run in a couple of cities during the Super Bowl, and it's similar to the Angela Michael commercial. So here you go. Man, there was so much media about this. There was so much press. I don't know how many of you saw any of it, but we created a firestorm, which is part of what we are required to do. Here it is. Warning. Graphic images follow. Abortion is murder. The innocent blood of 50 million babies cries out to God from our sewers and landfills. We must make it a crime to murder them, or heaven will judge America. Christians who vote for Obama, knowing he promotes murder, have blood on their hands. We must use our vote to protect our babies. I'm Randall Terry, Democrat candidate for president, and I approve this message. Jesus said, I'll build my church and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Inside of that statement is the picture. Prevail. That means there's a war going on. The gates of hell will not prevail. And a gate is for defense. That means that the church is attacking the gates of hell to gain ground. And to gain ground against the forces of hell, to attack the gates of hell requires conflict. It just does. Jesus said, blessed are you when men hate you, revile you, cast your name out as evil. He said that you know that they've hated me, they're going to hate you. And remember, they hated me first, Jesus said. Paul wrote, all who live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. All right, let's move on. And also the demons said, Paul we know, Jesus we know, and Paul we know. If you're really making an impact for the kingdom, the demons themselves will know you. There's going to be conflict, controversy. It's not easy. This is not for wilting flowers. All right, the next ad. This is a friend, Gary Boyclair. He ran, I believe it was in Minnesota. He wanted to write his own ad, wanted to voice it. He did it. Here it is.
This is beautiful, beautiful beyond words. This is ugly, ugly beyond description. Who would do this? Who would kill an unborn baby? Congressman Keith Ellison, for one. Ellison has voted repeatedly to fund the slaughter of babies by the criminal syndicate Planned Parenthood, who kills 1,000 babies a day and throws their mangled bodies in sewers and landfills. I'll fight to make it a crime to kill an unborn baby. I'm Gary Boyclair, and I approve this message.
God bless him. It was a very intense ad. I remember if he got 8 or 10% of the vote in the primary. He ran in the primary against Keith Ellison, who's still in office, by the way. Still a promoter of child killing and still a promoter of the Muslim agenda. Here's an ad by David Lewis, who ran in a primary, if my memory is correct, against John Boehner, against the Speaker of the House. President Obama has ordered all Christian institutions to pay for drugs that murder the unborn. This is an assault on life and liberty. Will we knuckle under, violate our consciences, and become accomplices to Obama's immorality? If we vote for Obama, we empower him to attack the church and murder babies. Let's defend life and religious liberty and vote him out.
I'm David Lewis, and I approve this message.
Oh my goodness. David was interviewed on Wayne Cavuto, the Cavuto show, one of a Fox News show, I believe. So not only did he get to run the ad, but then he got to be on a major network talking about his ad, talking about his campaign. Maybe you could do this, friend. Maybe you could do it. Contact me. I'll give you some advice. I'll help you. And then here's another one from Alan Aversa. I believe Alan is from Arizona, and this ad ran in Iowa. This is an interesting point. Federal law, the Constitution requires that you, if you're going to run for the U.S. House, that you be a member, that you reside in the state on the day of the election. That was an echo of the parliamentarian system in England. If you were running for parliament, you could live anywhere in the country but represent a certain district. And that has been the case in America as well. People live in one district, but they run in another. They just have to reside there the day of the election. That's what the Constitution actually says. When it comes to U.S. Senate, very different. Most states have laws that require you to be a resident of the state for at least a year before you run for U.S. Senate. So here is the ad from Alan Aversa.
Let's honor the conscience of those who disagree with abortion and draft a sensible conscience clause.
Obama deceived us. He has ordered all Christian institutions to pay for drugs that murder the unborn. He's trampling the First Amendment, our consciences, and innocent life. We cannot, we will not comply with this unjust law. Defend life and freedom of religion and vote him out.
I'm Alan Aversa, and I approve this message.
God bless you, Alan. Now, as I mentioned before, there were people who ran, courageous people, men and women in Kentucky, in Nevada, if my memory is correct, in California. There may have been one other state, I just can't remember. But people ran. People were bold. They told the truth. They helped make these ads. We've got an ad that we're going to show you that I don't remember the young man's name who did it, came up and filmed it from somewhere. In the next segment, I'm going to show you an ad that was a big hubbub and was a part of a huge story that ran about me in the Weekly Standard called Randall Terry Shoots an Ad. So we've got that coming up, and one about voting the bigot out of office. You're going to love that. Please don't go away. What Would Mohammed Do? Islamic Terrorism Explained is the best movie series documentary ever produced on the life of Muhammad and Islam. How do I know? Because it's what critics are saying. John Moore, radio host and author, said, "I learned more from What Would Mohammed Do about Islam and Islamic terrorism than I've learned from everything I ever read and watched in my entire life." Best-selling author Dr. Bill Warner said, "What Would Mohammed Do is the best movie series, TV production on the life of Muhammad and Islamic terrorism that has ever been produced." Friends, this is what the experts are saying. No one has ever done what we've done. I encourage you to get 1, 2, 4 copies. Call 304-289-3700. That's 304-289-3700, or order it at the address or the website that you see on the screen. Introducing Roxy Guitar. If you're a guitar or bass player, whether you play acoustic or electric, check out Roxy Guitar. I've been playing for over 40 years and seen guitar stores all over America. I've never seen a store like Roxy Guitar. Roxy Guitar has over 700 guitars in stock, over 1,500 pedals, over 200 amps. For the beginner or price-conscious buyer, there's Michael Kelly guitars. For the serious player or professional, Roxy Guitar has the finest selection of guitar lines I've ever seen. You know I love Warrior guitars. Roxy Guitar has over 100 Warriors in stock. They have Heritage, G&L, Gretsch, John Sears, BC Rich, Duesenberg, Dean, legendary guitars at great prices, including pre-owned Gibsons, Fenders, and more. Let them know you heard about Roxy Guitar from Randall Terry and receive 10% or more off your purchase on select items. Go to roxyguitar.com. Here it is. Vote that bigot out of office. Obama has told the Catholic Church, to hell with your religious beliefs, to hell with your freedom of conscience. He ordered the church to pay for drugs that kill the unborn, for murder. The church has always been able to count on the faithful to stand up and protect her sacred rights. Faithful Christians must stand up, protect the church and the unborn, and vote this bigot out of office. I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message. And now the ad that caused such a firestorm. This is a very intense ad, the abortion nightmare.
I think it's very hard to know what that means when life begins. I am pro-choice. I believe in Roe versus Wade.
I've got 2 daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old. If they make a mistake, I don't want them punished with a baby.
I can't vote for Obama again.
If you vote for Obama, you will have innocent blood on your hands. I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message. Friend, if you're interested in learning more about how you might run in your community, go to my website, randallterry.com. You can email me. I will personally respond to you. if you have any interest in this. Be bold, be courageous, live your life like you're going to answer to the Lord Almighty for the gifts He's given you and the time He's given you. And maybe God will put His hand on you to do something like this. Hope that you've been inspired by this program. Again, go to our website. And if you want to support our work, we need your help financially. Really, we do. God bless you.